I think the best water that feels like ocean water feels the best.
Yeah.
Like when you swim in ocean water, there's something about ocean water where it's not just water. It feels alive. It feels like you're dipping into an ecosystem. You're not in a petri dish. Like a swimming pool feels like a petri dish.
You ever snort it?
Snort?
Yeah,
ocean water?
Yeah, like
What do you think the answer to that question?
I don't know, like, but you.
I mean, accidentally.
Yeah,
I've got it up my nose accidentally, but I didn't snort it for effect, though.
I'm not trying to do it but there was, when I meet old healthy people, I always ask them like, "What's your secret?" And he said, "I snort salt water like when I go swimming." And he takes a little bit in his hand and he swims and he goes. And it burns like this, and this guy swears by it. He's like, I fucking love it. And I'm like, all right, So I tried it. It did burn.
Well, isn't that a lot like a neti pot? Like,
yeah,
people do that to clean their nose out, right?
Yeah.
I read about someone who had this might be propaganda. This might be against the neti pot industry, but there was someone was using a neti pot and they got a brain, some sort of a parasite. And
look, there's always going to be like one, right? There's always going to be.
We should live in fear. That's what I'm saying. We should just live in fear.
I snort salt water.
I'm in Seattle.
Is it real?
Yeah.
What is it? So someone in Seattle, did they just snort? A man dies of a brain-eating amoeba, possibly from rinsing his sinuses with tap water.
This one is in Florida.
Oh, that's in Florida. So there's more than one.
You heard Steve-O's bit about this, right?
No, but if that shit gets in your brain from tap water, like what about when you swallow it?
All right, you have
to boil it?
You saw the Hadza drinking the brown water, right?
Yes.
It's not, that water has like cow poop in it and like it's disgusting, right? When I met Steve-O, he's like, when his family traveled a lot when he was younger, and he said when he goes to other countries, they always tell you don't drink the water in Mexico, don't drink the and he'd always do it, and so he'd get like crazy diarrhea, get sick. But now he says he has the most insane like gut biome, and and he never gets sick now, which like he seems like he should be dead and he isn't. And so the Hadza have a very similar thing with them. They have an insane micro gut biome, like the most diverse ever. So if I drink that shit, that brown water, I'd be dead.
You'd be fucked.
Yeah, I'd be fucked.
Do you know what Joel Salatin is?
Mm-mm.
Joel Salatin is he's one of those guys who's he does these farms where all the animals on it's called polyface farms. All the animal on the farms, they all work together. It's like it's called regenerative agriculture.
Yeah.
So there's no pesticides, no herbicides, and it's all just about moving the animals around and having them. And he drinks out of the cattle, those fucking buckets where the cows drink out, those long
trough.
The trough.
Yeah.
He drinks the water out of that for his own gut biome.
All right, so, okay, you're the perfect guy to, I'm you've offered to give me on it shit, but I just buy all of that stuff anyways. Like, in the same way with the oxygenated pool, there's like, you live a life very similar to mine where sometimes we meet people and they go, hey man, if I had your money, this is what I would do, right? They tell you what they would do, right? So, at one point, I'm sitting there winning the video game of money, and I go, you came to my warehouse years ago, right? Like, yeah. I'm like, I had this like 30,000
dope spot downtown. That was dope.
But I was like, dude,
I was like, damn, this is how famous artists should live. This is fucking badass. It was badass. I was like, yeah, that's because if I went over your house and it was like IKEA furniture or some shit, it would be so boring. But you lived exactly how like I would hope that you lived.
Yeah, and I loved it. I bought every car that I want. I just got everything I wanted, and I said, there's something that, so as a rich guy, I should have the best everything. So because I want to live, the longest. So I had state-of-the-art gym, and I think this is 15 years ago or more. Like, you're the first person to ever tell me about float tank. You're like, here's my float tank guy. I had the float tank. I had the UV spa. I had everything. I had the ice bath, all the shit. I had the best, most expensive weights. The smoothie that I'm having every morning is like $1,000. I don't know if it's 1,000, but it has placenta, human placenta.
Jesus.
It has 2 eggs, shell on, not washed. Banana sticker on.
Shell on, not
shell
washed.
on. I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger do it. So banana peel on. like a whole bitter melon, like the most disgusting shake ever. Like every single powder at Erewhon that costs like $100, the $300 like honey, the Manuka honey, Siberian cedar, pine oil, like every single thing that someone says is good, it tastes like shit, and I just down it. And I have like the $600 trainer that shows up to my house, and I realized like it was kind of like I'm gonna live long and be healthy, but like it felt lonely. I'm paying a guy to be here, and like the thing that I was missing in my life was accountability, because there was no I want a life where I have no accountability. I want to be like a kid. I want to be Robin Hood or Peter Pan forever. And so people were like, oh, if money will keep you accountable. If you're paying someone $600 an hour, like you're definitely going to show up to that appointment. I'm like, no, I'm not. So I found this guy, this rogue trainer that like my friend was like, I know a guy. And I was like, well what's this guy? Like the money thing's not going to, he's like, he hits you. And I was like,
hits
what?
You?
Yeah, he hits you. You got to sign a contract and stuff. And it's like, are you okay? Because this is, and he only like has like 3 clients, and they're all super
They're all
rich.
in the hospital.
Yeah, he's like, you will get into shape, but you have to sign this thing that says I'm allowed to come over to your house. You have to give me a key to your house.
Oh my god!
And so like, and for someone like me who likes pain, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, you know. And so I missed my first, dude, not exaggerating, I missed it by 2 minutes. Like I had to be there. He runs up the stairs, and my mom happened to be stopping at my house to drop off kimchi. So she sees a guy, a huge guy, Russian guy, run up the stairs and start pummeling my sternum. And she screams like, ah! And I was like, ah!
Oh my god!
I was like, Mom, I paid this guy to do this.
Oh my god!
And that scared the shit out of me. Like my mom like almost had a heart attack. I was like, Mom, I'm sorry. And then I sat there and I was like, this ain't it. Like this ain't it, you know? So, and I don't want to give away my exact location, but like currently my, you know, this might be going further the complete opposite side of the spectrum, but I go to the, like one of the shittiest 24-hour fitnesses in LA. I mean, there's a guy popping zits and shaving his neck and wiping his ass in the sink. There's always a homeless guy in the sauna doing push-ups. Like it feels like a lot of homeless guys have the pass to this one, and they just go there to like shower
up.
There's always someone about to like looking like they're about to give a hand job in the showers or like in the sauna. And once in a while I get recognized or whatever, but I go there with my friends. It's communal, like I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know if this is it either.